Hello everyone. This video is going to be a little bit different. I'm just using this to document literally like time, date, and everything. Because honestly, I feel like there's going to be a lawsuit coming very soon. As many of you know, well, some of you might not know, my mother has been in the hospital with COVID pneumonia for about a week and a half now. She's been fighting COVID for about 3 weeks, I want to say. And she's been in the hospital. Everything was getting better. Everything was improving. But yesterday, my mother, I'm at a point, the past 48 hours for me have been so stressful and so scary to the point where I don't know what the future holds. I have cried so much. I feel so numb right now. I feel just empty and broken inside because I'm on the West Coast. My mom is going through this on the East Coast and no one is there. And it's not because we don't want to fucking be there. It's that we physically cannot go into the hospital. That is what we have been instructed. So it is making it very difficult to go through this. And I don't want to sound selfish because I know that I'm going through a lot right now, but I also know that my mom is in the hospital and she's going through a lot. But that makes it even fucking worse what is happening right now. Because yesterday I was called at 6 o'clock in the morning, my time. They couldn't get through to me, so they called my brother. During this whole time that my mom has been in the hospital, 3 people have been on her call list. My brother and I have been the ones that have been able to make the decisions, and that is how my mom has it set up. So yesterday, they tried to get in contact with me. My brother couldn't get in contact with me, so he made the decision, and my mom also in that moment because she choked while she was drinking something and her lung collapsed. And when the lung collapsed, it got some air, from what I was told by this doctor, there's some air got between the lung and the rib cage, and they had to make an emergency incision, go in and basically suck the air out. She's also on a ventilator now. And they flipped her over onto her stomach because that is something called perning. I'm not exactly sure what the doctor said last night because, as I said to you guys, I'm completely numb. So I'm kind of going through the motions as I'm getting these updates, because once the update starts and it's not going good, I kind of just I freeze and I try to listen as best that I can, but I'm very shocked because my mom was doing so well. Her oxygen was getting so much better. She was around a 70% when she went into the hospital. And they were like, if you didn't come in here and your son didn't call, then you would probably be dead within a few days because of your oxygen level. And they got that back up. It was slowly going back up. She wasn't having to be on the mask anymore all night. She had to, during the day, wear a warm nasal one. So doctor calls me and is updating me. Sorry if you guys hear anything in the background from my phone. I have my ringer on in case they try to contact me. But doctor calls me last night. I want to say around 6 or 7 my time. I don't know. I'm not even going to pick up my phone to look at it right now. She sounds very optimistic. She says, we were able to get your mom stable. We were able to get everything under control. That's when she told me about the pruning, whatever it's called, to get the fluid from the pneumonia and all that out of the lungs, just to help with that. And it's actually very good for COVID patients to have that done because it really does assist in that. She also told me that she was put on different medications that are going to fight from every single direction, even things that don't have anything to do with COVID. Also, she was being put on a blood thinner because since her lung collapsed, they want to make sure there were no blood clots because of the oxygen levels that could have gone to the lungs. So I was like, okay. I get off the phone with her, say thank you so much for the update. That is great news. I get off the phone with her and I start texting family members. I start giving my brother the update. I start texting my best friend Vanessa. I start just going through the motions of telling everyone things are looking up from what they were earlier today. And within 10 to 15 minutes, I have another phone call from that doctor, and the tone, I want to say this before I go any further in this video because I want to make it clear. I have a lot of respect for doctors and nurses. They have helped me in some very difficult times in my life. I have a lot of fucking respect for them and their profession and the things that they have to deal with. And I understand that the hospitals are overwhelmed, especially in Florida right now. I get that. But to have a doctor call you and instead of just saying hey, this is the doctor again, I wanted to let you know that things have taken a turn, or some whatever lingo that they want to use that sounds professional. Because this doctor literally said to me, hey, it's me again. Yeah, it looks like it's not going good. Like it's just a fucking run-of-the-mill thing. Like, oh, yep, okay, well, we're just used to this. So yeah, it looks like things aren't going good. Sorry, okay, we're gonna hang up now. So that already got me feeling like a certain type of way, because we were instructed that nobody was allowed to go into the hospital to see my mother because she's a COVID patient. That's what we've been told since the beginning. That's what everybody else that has a family member that has gone through this will tell you as well, unless that person is on death's door, which they were informing me last night that my mother was. They were saying they were bagging her and there was nothing that they could do for her anymore. And basically, they then discussed with me a limited DNR, which would just be in case my mom's heart stopped. One of the concerns with this whole entire thing that happened yesterday was that there was a lot of stress on the heart because her oxygen levels were going down. So they thought there was a lot of stress on the heart. And so they basically said the limited DNR will just be in place in case her heart stops. Basically, we're not going to resuscitate if our heart stops because we are just going to end up breaking bones and causing more trauma to guys. I'm not even going to edit this fucking video. I apologize if I misspeak. I apologize if you hear me stuttering or anything of that nature. Normally, I would go back and cut it out. I don't give a fuck. Okay? So the limited DNR is basically they're not going to resuscitate in case her heart stops because there's basically no point. So I got off the phone with her and I called my brother and I let him know. I'm sorry, I didn't call my brother. I texted my brother and I let him know what it was. And I said, can you please call back and do this? This is too much for me right now. I'm trying to be really fucking strong, but this is really fucking difficult, okay? And he's like, okay, I'll do it. So he calls back and puts it in place. And then I get another call from the same fucking doctor who is like, is anybody able to come up here right now? Because we think that this is literally the end. And I said, ma'am, her cousin could come, but I'm in Vegas right now. I'm working on getting back. My brother's in Texas. He's working on getting there, all of that kind of stuff. So they were like, okay, call your cousin and tell her to come up here. It's not my cousin, it's my mom's fucking cousin. Tell her to come up here. So she went. This was like late. Must have been around like midnight or something. I don't know when this was. So she goes up there and is allowed to see my mother. And she gets all dressed in the outfit that you have to put on to go in to see someone who has COVID. And she goes and sees my mother, who is on the ventilator and is apparently relying on that 100% right now. She sees my mother. And one thing I asked her to do was, could you please just take my mom's cell phone? Just take the belongings that are there, which was okay. It was okay. So she sees my mom. I didn't hear anything back last night. I had my phone right next to me all night. No calls, no text messages. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself as I woke up, that must be a good thing, right? Because the doctor told me that if something changed in the nighttime, they would definitely let me know. I'm sitting here thinking like something changing would be like it either turns for the worst or it gets better, just to ease the mind of the person that you just told the family member is literally on fucking death's door. How about that? First of all, okay? Because yesterday the chaplain called me as well, which I understand is like, it's fucking protocol, but it freaked me out because nobody wants to get a call from a fucking chaplain, okay? But haven't heard anything. Text my mom's cousin and my brother. We have a text thread going on. I say, I'm calling the hospital. I'm gonna get an update. I call the hospital. Someone, I don't know who, answered the phone, someone at the nurse's station, and put me on hold for like 10 minutes, whatever. I'm calling a hospital. I understand that it gets busy. I would have held on for 45 minutes if I had to. But she comes back and she says, the nurse is not available right now. You're going to have to call back. Or give me your phone number and she will call you back. So I gave my phone number and it I don't know if I'm just hearing weird things. It sounded like when she took the phone number and then she asked me who I was again, she goes, "Oh, you're the son of the duh." And then nothing. Nothing. She was just like, "Thank you, I'll have the nurse call you." So that was about 6 hours ago. During this time frame, my brother and I have called back to the hospital numerous times. I have been hung up on, or the nurse's station just hasn't answered. And I'm gonna go and say that I understand. I get that the hospitals are overcrowded right now, and I get that people are stressed, and it has to suck having to watch people go through this. So I get that maybe they were busy in that moment and couldn't answer the phone, okay? However, my brother finally got through, and somehow, this is my brother who was allowed to make the limited DNR last night. Somehow he has been removed from any call list. I don't know how the fuck that happened, because I was the one that had to make the security code for the people that I authorize to call in for my mother. Like, he gave them the fucking number and everything. They even told the same lady, the one that took my phone number, was the one that he spoke to. And then the same lady also talked to my mom's cousin and basically told her that she's a flat out fucking liar, that they don't allow anyone in there to visit. Even after she told this lady numerous times, "This is who gave me the outfit to put on to go in there. This is who I spoke to on the phone. This is the doctor's name." All of that, she told her she was basically lying because they don't allow anyone in there. And then do you know what else they told her? They also told her that there is possibly going to be an investigation into her because she took my mom's cell phone as I requested. Like, I think I'm a little fucking confused right now, because how the hell are you gonna call someone a liar and say that they haven't been into this hospital because no visitors have been allowed, but you're also going to tell them that there might be an investigation because a cell phone was taken? So, I'm getting on a plane in the morning. I don't want this to be... I'm at the point right now where it's anger because I've done the sadness part. And now I feel like I'm not getting answers. And now I feel like this is just being brushed off. Last night I was told that my mother was on death's door, and it was a grave situation. And someone needed to come up there to see her because she probably wasn't gonna make it through the night. And you're not going to give me a call? Or you're not going to at least give me some type of fucking information after you... What? No, something... I don't feel right about this. Something is going on at this hospital. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I am getting on a plane in the morning, and I am going to the hospital tomorrow. Okay? I'm really trying to be calm during this, but it's getting very fucking difficult. Because while I understand 100% the pain that the nurses and the doctors are witnessing day in and day out, and as I said, I have so much fucking respect for them and their profession, but how about a little respect for the families that are going through this? A little respect for the family that the doctor called and said that their mother was fucking dying. It was on death's door and there was nothing else that they could do. How about a little fucking respect and compassion there as well? Because this whole not talking the whole fucking day, I feel like I'm in fucking high school. I'm not gonna answer the phone. No, it's a hospital. What the fuck? So I don't know if there's some sort of investigation that I can do, that I can have opened up into this, because this is not how a medical facility should operate. This is bullshit. 100%. Thank you guys for listening. I don't know when I will be back on here. I don't know if I'll have a drama video anytime soon. If you see something going up on the vlog channel, I still have to work. That's all that is. Trust me, I don't want to be putting out a video right fucking now. Actually, you know what? Trust me, I would rather be sitting here right now and talking to you guys about Jaclyn Hill and her boyfriend that moved in with her that basically lived there anyways. Trust me, that's where I wish that my mind was right now. But I am here, and I'm going to handle this situation accordingly, and I'm going to figure out what the fuck is going on with my mother.